when you have somebody who just has 90 years of shenanigans left in her wake, and just the chaos and the destruction, I don't think you could boil it down to one.
Big day, big moment, hence me dressing up.
And it's, of course, the time that we got locked out of the house, and my mom was at work at Child World, and I actually don't know where Dad was.
And I know my uncle and my mother are going to use their videos to whine about their traumatic childhoods, but I think you were a great mom to those two ingrates.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ba 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 ba.
Being that I didn't grow up with GE, I didn't really think that it was appropriate or that it was my place to come on here and to embarrass her or tell stories that made her look foolish.
First of all, A, you're not supposed to be saying it, and B, if you're saying it, say it right. It's did up.
I remember she had this blue square suitcase that she would call her overnight bag, which I thought was the coolest thing at the time. And when she'd walk in the house with her overnight bag, I'd always be really excited because I knew we'd have lots of fun.
I knew I definitely wasn't going to come on here and say stuff about how, she swears like a longshoreman.
What we finally did is you had the idea to move the garbage can under the window, and you hoisted me up and you pushed me up into the window, and I went into the house. I don't remember any of this, by the way.
When I opened the door, I saw my grandmother and Aunt Jeannie. They were barefoot, wading in the water. Aunt Jeannie was using one of our glasses to dig out the basement water.
So the junior patrol kind of pushed the hood, and he hits his head on the back of one of those do not parking signs. They were steel. So one of the hood's cronies must have overheard me and told me and I'll never forget this, "Shut up, punk." So my mother turns around, and I'll give her credit for one thing, she never ever backed away. Ever backed away from a fight. She relished it. And she just turned around and said to him, "It takes a punk to call a punk." When I thought that there was a safe distance between us and the hood's crony, I just turned around and said, "Yeah."
I distinctly remember being out in the street in front of the house, and Grandma Eleanor coming out in her Ebenezer Scrooge nightgown down to her ankles, insisting I come inside.
There was a kid going down the street on a bicycle, and I got run over.
A train was coming, and my sister and someone else pulled my leg to get me off the tracks, but my shoe was stuck in there.
And I was pissed off. Why? Well, I wanted to go to the mountains, that's why. We're walking up the mountains, and she said to me, "Why, you little son of a bitch, you embarrassed me in front of my friends." And she gets my arm twisted behind this is in front of traffic, by the way, going up and down Grand Street.
G will from time to time confide a story with me. One time in 1977, she found herself almost waist deep in a malaria-infested swamp in Southeast Asia. Surprise, guys,
It was a pretty hard landing. The kid, meanwhile, that ran me over, pulled me to my feet. He said, "Are you okay?" And you said, "Of course she's not okay. She just got run over by a bike."
We always used to laugh at the word sofa. Well, I used to, and you started laughing, and I used to arrest you with string. Ow.
And they had me under each arm and carrying me, and that station had all marble, and they had to put me down the stairs and everything. And then when I got down there, they dropped me. I was supposed to be getting ready for school, and I told them I fell in school. I fell down the stairs. I said, but if I would have told them what really happened, she would have been killed.
She would travel for miles on foot, going from village to village, diagnosing and curing refugee children with every ailment from stubbed toes to runny noses and toothaches with a makeshift enema.
I shouted back, "Mom always lets me stay out until it's dark." And then she shouted back with just as much vigor and angst, "Well, I don't care. I'm watching you tonight, so get inside."
You, I believe, slept with Christina, who kicked you the entire night. You were trying to go to the bathroom, and instead you walked out the front door.
She told me that, when you're giving an enema to a kid, you gotta make it fun.
So someone had the bright idea to take 5 children plus GE to Florida to visit my aunt, driving in a van. This genius if you will, was my Uncle Joey.
Took a page out of the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory handbook, took a piece of gum, put it behind my ear and stuck it there.
She once made a prank caller cry for some of the very hurtful things she said to him.
And her immediate reaction was, as you could expect, "What the hell is the matter with you?"
When she was much younger, when she was about 4 or 5, she would go and stay with her grandfather and just get away with absolute murder. She would tear his house apart.
And Grandma, I have to tell you, I'm sorry to say, I still don't know what's wrong with me.
She can say what she wants about whose saying was better, but history has borne out the fact that my saying was the one that lasted. My saying was the one that became the legacy, not hers.
Having driven 24 hours and having gotten us to Aunt Jeannie's complex, you would think Uncle Joey would be able to figure out where her house was.
And in reward, or maybe even retaliation for that, he would feed her sandwiches of raw onion, and she would wash that down with a cold cup of 4-day-old coffee.
And then Christina was a freshman at NYU, and I got a phone call from her one day, and she said to me, "Ma, remember when you told me you got hit by a bike?" And I was laughing, and I said, "Who could ever get hit by a bike? How stupid could that be?" Well, I just got run over by a bike. But it just kind of, showed my kids that sometimes they can be assholes too.
She walked right up to that lady and missed her and thugged her into giving us directions to Aunt Jeannie's.
But is anybody going to talk about the intangibles you brought to the table? And by intangibles, I mean weekly childhood enemas? Probably everyone.
So now Uncle Joey, he mocked G.E. mercilessly about the "oh miss" comment. "Oh miss, oh miss, oh miss," the entire time he's mocking her for this. "Oh miss, is this diesel fuel?" Sends chills down his spine to this day.
You were not allowed in my father's car to use heat, air conditioning, or radio because those things would wear out the car. Now, don't forget, these ghetto children, poor things, they don't go on vacation, they really have nowhere to go, so they have to make their own fun. So on this particular day in July, they decided that wouldn't it be a neato idea to give everybody that drove down the street a free car wash. These nice ghetto children actually took the fire hydrant and put it right in my parents' car. And they got the car wash, they got the shampoo, they got everything. Dripping to the underwear. And they were like leaving little water paths wherever they went. So as a good, kind, loving daughter, I asked what anyone else would ask. What the hell happened to you?
Gee, we give you a lot of crap, but in all seriousness, you're tough, you're funny, you never mind being the butt of a joke, and for your age, you're not even that racist.
So happy 90th birthday.
Have a lovely 90th birthday.
Happy birthday, love you.
Happy birthday, Ma.
Happy birthday, G.
Happy birthday, I love you. Happy birthday, I love you.
Eleanor, happy birthday. I wish the best for you.
And I wish you the best and a very, very happy new year. Happy birthday.
I have only one request today. Please don't eat the shellfish.
Happy 90th birthday, right? It's 90, right? Yeah.
Happy birthday, Eugene!
Yay! We're very happy to be here on your fantastic 90th birthday. We think it's awesome that you've made it this far, and we hope you have many more.
Mrs. Wiedemauer, may I echo those words?
Happy birthday. I love you. We all love you.
And if you need me, I'm right downstairs, so see you later.
But the point is, you're a great grandma, and we all love you.
Stay funny, stay healthy, and stay happy.
Happy birthday, GE. I hope you live another 90